At the last neighborhood watch meeting, for example, the posting of flyers on public places was discussed for 43 minutes. I know exactly because I timed it. I soon figured out that the problem was more about black, old-timers, versus brown, newcomers. English versus Spanish. I didn't see how this flyer issue was LAPD business. I told them to file a complaint with the City Department of Public Works, but they knew I was just giving them the old runaround. They had apparently seen it before, many times before. Still, I know Mrs. Clark wants to just clean up her neighborhood and make it safe for her grandchildren and their friends. I take a copy of the flyer, damp from last night's drizzle. I'm surprised I hadn't noticed it earlier. It's a familiar face, a photo of an Asian woman about my age with sharp angles to her face. She's pretty, very pretty. But she's not smiling. She's wearing a Pan Pacific West College t-shirt. I have the same one somewhere, smashed in the corner of my closet underneath a plastic laundry basket. Below her photo is the word missing and her name, Jenny Wynn. I do a double take on the email address listed as a contact. I know that email address. On the other side, the same thing, only in Spanish. Mrs. Clark waits for me to comment. At least it's in English, too, is all I can offer her. She makes a face and leaves my side. For a hot second, I think about contacting that email address, but I catch myself. I have to follow police protocol. I'm not Ellie Rush, friend and college classmate right now. No, I'm a full-time employee of the LAPD. As I ride into Central Division to turn in a couple of reports and clock out, my tires bounce over mounds of congealed trash. The day after a rainstorm in LA. Spick and span for cars, but a totally different story for bicyclists. Whatever was left in the middle of the street is now pushed out to the sides in the bicycle lanes and gutters. Our squad room is totally old school. It looks like the cardboard sets on the television police dramas my father likes to watch. My college library had better computer equipment than we do here, but we make do. Before I can get my helmet off and enter the building, I hear a hissing at my side. It's Detective Harrington. Pieces of orange hair, like strands of saffron, stick out awkwardly from the same haircut he's probably had since the 1970s. He should be on his way to retirement, but he hangs on because he's supporting not only his kids, but his grandkids, too. Do you have it? He shields his eyes, almost as if he's making a drug deal. My locker, I tell him. He waits outside because he's technically off duty. It takes me about 15 minutes to mount my bike on the wall rack, get what he needs, and bring it outside. I hand him the folder that contains the arrest report for a case of a suspect resisting arrest with violence. It needed work, but not as much as some of his earlier ones. Harrington is a good cop, but not a great writer. He's the king of run-on sentences and paragraphs, and his organization is usually out of whack. In this latest report, he failed to explain how the suspect was made aware that Harrington was a police officer, a crucial piece of information for a jury trial. As I go over the report with my edit marks, I know why Harrington trusts me to help him out like this. I'm a lot younger, a woman. I seem safe. Maybe he looks at me as a favorite granddaughter or a secretary. Either way, what he definitely doesn't realize is that my aunt is Assistant Chief Cheryl Toma, the highest-ranking Asian American in the LAPD. Thanking me, he tries to give me a 20, and I shake my head. I'll need your advice sometime, I say. Advice about making detective, but I don't add that part. Somehow it seems embarrassing to mention that ambition out loud, barely a year and a few months out of the academy. Harrington takes off, and I go back inside. My archenemy, Mac Lambert, is there. He looks completely normal, sandy-colored hair trimmed short, medium build and height, wearing the same